This is Kathy, Crowder's Mountain, North Carolina. I want you to look what we're going to do today. This is called a mariner's compass. Isn't she pretty? Now I still have to put the letters, the north, south, east, and west, and I'll show you that during the video. But let's get cracking on that pattern so you can paint your own. Okay, so I marked my board at 12 inches all the way around. And then all I have to do to find the center is just connect those tick marks that I just made. We have to find the center so our compass will be centered and we know where to put our circle maker. Alright, so I have that. And then what I do, and you'll see that in some of the other videos, or the rest of this video, I find that center and I just put a little tiny nail in it. So I'm going to put it right in the center. I'm going to put it in there real good so it won't move around. Alright, I got that tapped in really good. And you see I've set my circle at 10 inches. See, this little thing just turns. It's called a bullseye demonstration compass. And I think what it is for wipe-off boards, which if you were teaching a class or something like that, you could just, it came with a little suction cup, but I just tore that off. I didn't need it. So I put that little hole right down onto that little nail. And then I set this at 10. Right at the top part, I set it at 10. And I've got a black I'm losing my brain today. I've got a black colored pencil and I'm sticking it down into this little hole. Now I'm sort of, not hard, but I'm sort of pulling against that. I got my paper taped down, but of course you're not going to have to worry about that. You got a board you're writing on, drawing on. So I'm just kind of keeping it steady, trying to keep that paper down. Constant amount of pressure on here. Alright, now that's one circle. Now I want to have a circle around it. So you see, I need two sides to be able to tape it off and paint it right. So let's make the other side. Now I set that at 10, so I'm going to set this one at 10.5. So that way we have a 1/2 inch. The width of our circle, of our border for our circle, will be a 1/2 inch. And we're just doing the same thing that we did. Now I like doing this first before I get into the compass part of it. It just makes it easier for you to line it up. Now, there you go. Now we got our circle. Now you'll see me using, because I know that's what's on people's mind probably right now. In the video later on, you will see me using this, and it's pinstripe tape. It's just a little, like 1/8 inch, and I put it along on the outside and the inside, and then I come along with this little tape that I found. So I'll show you all that. No use to repeat it twice, and then you have to sit through it all. So now that we've got our circle, we actually have 2 points already. We've got our cross here for the compass. Now what I need to do, I need to find the center of this. And I only need one mark between each one of these quarters. So what I like doing is just using my, I need to take that up, don't I? We're finished with that. All right. You like my hammer? Y'all like my pretty hammer? It's got all kind of paint all over it. All right. Okay. So now I put that little circle right here, right on my line. Make sure I got it right. And between 0 and 90 is 45. So I'm going to put a tick mark at 45 all the way around. Y'all, I'm still dealing with the stitches, so I'm sorry. Y'all going to see this way late in July, 1st of August, before you see this video. And hopefully I'll be all healed up and done by then. But for now, it is what it is. And I really appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. Okay, so now we got our tick marks. You see them here? So we're going to take our ruler and we're going to start drawing. As soon as I find that blue one, because I want to keep it uniform here for this one anyway. So you see this center and this tick mark and that one that we made. Let me make them a little bit darker. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up or not. See them? Alright, so I'm going to make sure I'm crossing that center and lining up these tick marks. And I'm going all the way to the top of my circle, all the way across. See that? So let's do it again. We're going to line them up with that. But we're going to line up with that, the middle part right here. Kind of have to line them all three up. And we're going to go all the way across our circle. Alright, now that's the first points that we need to make. So now, let's start drawing the points to our star. Okay, so we're going to start drawing our diamond shape and our points. First ones we're going to draw is these. That's the nautical color. So we're going to draw those first. And there's different ways to draw this out, but this one, this way, to me, it is just the best way that I've seen it drawn out. And this one is about my fourth one or fifth one, and I didn't do it like this the first couple, and they turned out just fine, but this is so much easier this way. So you go up to that top left corner, and you see the line that we made, the last two lines that we made, go to that one and line it up over here on the right. So that you see, this was our dividing our board, and so then we divided it again. So we're going to go to there and we're going to go all the way over here. So it's kind of hard to explain it. We're not going to draw over here now. We're just drawing up here. And we're just going to draw it to our center line. You see that? Alright, then we're not going here, but we're going to this one and line it up with the bottom. So it looks like you're skipping one, but you actually drew to it. See that? So, and this one, and this one. So I'm going to draw 4. So this one and that top one. See that? So you'll have 4. Now we're going to go back and draw the other side. So we'll just start right here, and we're going to go to that point. I guess I should have told you to take a screenshot, but we had, just remember the first set of lines is you're going to have 4 triangles when you get finished. And see, I'm lining it up with that point all the way up there, but it comes to that point as well. I have to be careful with this big marker. And see, I lined it up here and here, but it also lined up here. And we have the first set made. And it'll be light, dark, or dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light. All right, now we need the second set. All right, now we're going to use these. And we're going to do that again. I'll do that in red. You see up at the top here? We're going to line it up here. Okay, so go up to the top and then go down to the bottom. So that way you're lining it up with this point. See that? See that? And I'm going to go up here. And I'm going to make a mark. Now I'm going to this next one. And I'm lining it up with that point. So when you get to it, you'll know, I'll do it this way so you see it better. You'll know you're at the right mark, right star point, because it will line up. See that? We're going to go down to the bottom one. See, here's the one. So, okay, here I am, and I want to find out where to line it up at. I just go till I see that one. And it lines up there, see? Okay, now I got one more. And it lines up with that one. My marker's too fat to get in there. So you won't be using that, so it'll be a whole lot easier for you. All right, now we need to make, these are the ones that we're making. So now we need to make the other side of the triangle. And we just do the same thing. We go back up to the top and find the one that it lines up with down here. And you're just drawing it to the point of the star. Let's go here and line it up down here. And then we'll go here, line it up down here. And then we're going to go to the other one. See, it might help you to get a piece of paper. You don't have to have this flip chart paper. But to just get something, an old box or something, and tear it open and just play with it a little bit before you actually start drawing it on your board. All right, so we've got 2 sets already. Let's do the third one. We're going to do these red ones now. So we have more of them. We just had 4 points here and 4 of the gray. Now we have 8 of the small ones. I'm going to do that in green. You see where we drew that red line, and we went down and met that part of that star? Well, we're going to find that point, and we're going to go across this section and find that point. See that? So you see it? I'm right in here. That's where I want to be, but I want it to cross into these connecting points as well. Now this marker's fat, so I'm just drawing my lines. I'm going to go around again to in here. I'm going to line it up in all 3 places. Here, here, and here. All right, now I'm going to go to the next one. Line it up in the middle and the other 2 places, the top and the bottom. That didn't really show up too well. Okay, one more time. All right, and what we're doing is drawing it all the way out. We're drawing it all the way out to that circle on both sides. From the point all the way out. Now, we need to draw both sides of that. And here's how we're going to do that. It's a lot like that first set, but we're going, so we're up here at the top, and we're going to, that mark, this green mark here, we're going to go to the left hand side of it, and we're going to find the one down here that it will line up with. I hope you can see this green. See that? And then we're going to go over the right hand side of it and find the one that it will line up with, and that's over here. You see what I did? I was right here, and I found the one that would line up with. Now I want the other side, so I go here, and I just keep working my ruler until I find the one that it lines up with, and it'll make the other part of our triangle. See? All right, now I got that one, so I'm going to go here now. Let me find the one that it matches. So just look across and see if that one would work. And if it does, you got it. All right. Just be careful when you're drawing it that it does match. All right, now let's go to this one and see where we can line it up at. Oh, it's going to be down here. You know, when I first did this, I would measure off like how long that was and where my tick mark ought to be. But this way is so much easier, and you know, you learn something every time you watch YouTube or any kind of video about when other people are doing something, and that's how I learned this. I was doing it right, my way, but her way was so much better. So I started using her way. I'm glad I did before I showed you how to draw this. Alright, here we got our last one. Nope, not quite last. We're getting there. So I put my ruler up there, and I went straight across and found my other one that it matched. Alright, now we got to have the other side to this one and the other side to that one. And see how it's straight across. Okay, look what we got. Alright, I should have told you to take snapshots, but you can run it backward and take the snapshots in the different phases if you wanted to. Like, take one where we first divided it, take one where we found the center and made our circle, then we made these lines, and then we made this part of it, second set, and then the third set. Now, you can do this any way you want to do it, but I like to make, I just think it looks, I'm not sure who came up with this pattern 100 years ago, but I like these points coming out. It just makes it look like the whole barn quilt's a circle, like it's going in like that. And I really like that, but I've seen it done a lot of different ways. So if you have a favorite way, you do it that way. And if you want to leave it blank like this, that's okay. But I'm going to draw those corner pieces for you. Now I go to these 4 points here, and I just lay my ruler at the very corner of my board. The very corner of the board, and line it up with that point. And y'all want me to change the color so it don't get mixed up on you. Let's get this orange one. Alright. So, we're going all the way out this way. And we're going to do that again over here. I'm going to go over here. I'm drawing on top of my tape. I had to take it down. So we got those 4 marks. And you see these 2 green. And then these smaller points. So the larger section and the small section. Here you go. Now we got our blanket hole. Take you a snapshot of that. Screenshot. Screenshot of this. In case you like those colors. They will put here. Section here, I'll put the same amount of red that I had in here, but I put 2 tiny drops of that white to lighten it up just a little bit. I wanted it to remain the same hue and color. I wanted them all to be uniform. I didn't want to get off of the scheme. Now, hold on, and for the people who wanted to watch me do some of the painting and taping up this circle, if you just come for the pattern, you're good. But if you came to and you need to see how I did that circle or some of the other taping, just hold on, here it comes. appreciate you subscribing and watching my channel.